The Mafia has been an organized crime syndicate that has existed for hundreds of years. They have managed to stay hidden in plain sight by following a strict code of conduct. The code helps them maintain secrecy and keep their operations hidden from law enforcement. If you are ever lucky enough to befriend a Mafia member, they will share their secrets with you and make you swear to never break the codes or else you will all be whacked. Here is part 2 of 10 Mafia codes you should never break. Number 10. Do not speak of your membership. This is the most important rule to follow if you want to stay alive. Members are expected to keep their involvement in the organization a secret at all times. If word gets out that you are a member, then there is no telling who you might have offended or what kind of trouble it could bring. In fact, even being suspected of being a member is enough to get you killed. Therefore, you must be extremely careful about what you say and who you say it to. Any slip of the tongue could cost you your life. It is also forbidden to speak of any criminal activity or any other members of the group. So even if someone suspects you're involved in something illegal, don't confess or deny it. Just stay silent and hope they eventually forget about it. No? 9. Never take the fifth. In the United States, you have the right to remain silent when being questioned by police in order to protect yourself from self-incrimination. However, this right is often misunderstood, and many people end up taking the fifth instead of remaining silent. Taking the fifth can give the impression that you have something to hide, which can lead to further suspicion and scrutiny from the police. For example, let us say you were caught speeding by the police and asked if you knew how fast you were going. If you take the fifth instead of remaining silent, the police may become suspicious that you were driving under the influence or had something illegal in the car. This could lead to them searching the vehicle and possibly finding evidence that could get you in more trouble. Furthermore, taking the fifth can also make you look guilty in court. If you are charged with a crime and decide to take the fifth during trial, the jury may assume that you are hiding something and convict you based on this assumption alone. In contrast, remaining silent and exercising one's right against self-incrimination can help protect you from potential abuse of power by law enforcement. By staying silent, you avoid providing any information that could be used against you and allow your attorney to handle the situation. Ultimately, it is always best to consult with an attorney before deciding whether to answer questions or take the stand. With legal counsel by your side, you can exercise your rights and protect yourself from potential Number 8. Don't trust anyone. In the world of the Mafia, trust is a luxury one can ill afford. From the highest-ranking members to the lowest, everyone is always watching each other, always ready to betray the other for personal gain. Even family members are not safe from the cold calculations of a Mafia mind. In fact, family members are often the ones who suffer the most when things go wrong. To survive in this environment, one must be constantly vigilant, always ready to protect themselves and their own interests. It is a lonely existence, but it is necessary if one wants to stay alive and thrive in the Mafia. So remember, in the Mafia world, trust no one. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And always be ready to protect yourself. Number 7. Don't steal from the mob. Stealing from the Mafia is like stealing from the mob. They will find you and you will regret it. The Mafia is built on respect and honor, and stealing from them is seen as a grave insult. It shows a lack of loyalty and disrespect, which are qualities that are not tolerated within the organization. When you steal from the Mafia, you are not only betraying their trust, but you are also putting yourself in danger. The Mafia has a code of silence, which means that if you are involved with them in any way, you are expected to keep their secrets. If you break this code by talking to the police or anyone else outside the organization, you can be sure that the Mafia will come after you. They will do whatever it takes to protect their secrets, and you are now a threat to their way of life. No. 6. Don't testify against the mob. One of the most important rules in the Mafia code is that you do you and testify against your fellow members. This is because the Mafia believes that this would bring shame upon the organization and put its members in danger. If other members know that you've testified against someone, they could be targeted by law enforcement. This puts the entire organization at risk and is something that is absolutely forbidden. Additionally, testifying against the mob can also put your own life in danger. Mafia members take an oath of loyalty and secrecy, and if you break that oath, you are no longer protected by the group. In fact, you become a target for elimination. The Mafia has been known to use extreme measures to silence those who testify against them. So if you were ever involved with the Mafia and are asked to testify, you should remember that you are not only putting yourself in danger, but also the safety of other members. No. 5. Don't rat on the mob. The Mafia is a secretive organization and its members are expected to keep its activities hidden from the public. If you are involved with the Mafia and decide to talk to the authorities about its activities, you are breaking the most important rule of all. You are considered a rat and your life is forfeit. The Mafia takes great measures to protect its secrets and will stop at nothing to silence those who would expose them. If you are ever involved with the Mafia and need to protect yourself, it is important to remember that the best way to do so is to stay silent and seek legal counsel. Talking to the authorities may seem like the right thing to do, but it will ultimately put your life in danger. The Mafia has a long memory and will never forget those who have betrayed them. Number 4. Don't talk to the press. If you are a member of the Mafia, you should never talk to the press. Doing so could put yourself and other members of the organization at risk. The Mafia prides itself on secrecy, and any information leaked to the media could compromise an investigation or put a target on someone else's back. Additionally, talking to the press could bring unwanted attention to the Mafia, which could lead to increased law enforcement scrutiny. Finally, it is simply not worth the risk. If you have nothing to hide, you won't mind if we pay you a little visit. Number 3. Don't go to the police. Going to the police is one of the worst things you can do if you have any dealings with the Mafia. The Mafia has a strict code of silence, and if you break that silence, you are putting your life in danger. The Mafia will never forgive you for betraying their trust, and they will do whatever it takes to protect their secrets. If you are ever in a situation where you feel you must go to the police, remember that your life is at risk. The Mafia has been known to use extreme measures to silence those who cross them, so tread carefully and always keep the Mafia's code of silence in mind. No. 2. Don't trust women. In the world of the Mafia, women are considered to be dangerous and untrustworthy. They are seen as temptresses who can lead men astray and bring bad luck to the organization. As a result, Mafia men are taught from a young age to stay away from women as much as possible. This code of silence surrounding women extends to their families as well. Members are forbidden from marrying or even having close relationships with women who are connected to other families. Even casual interactions with women are frowned upon and can lead to suspicion and distrust. In the eyes of the Mafia, women are not to be trusted and should be avoided at all costs. Number 1. Don't go against the family. The most important rule of all in the Mafia code is never go against the family. The Mafia is a highly hierarchical organization and its members are expected to show unwavering loyalty to their family. This means that you should never go against the wishes of your immediate family members or the higher-ranking members of your Mafia family. Disrespecting or going against the family is seen as a grave offense and can result in severe punishment, including being kicked out of the organization or even death. Members are expected to put the needs of the family above their own and to always be willing to put themselves in harm's way to protect the family's interests. Breaking this rule is not an option and can have serious consequences. In conclusion, these are just some of the many codes that are followed by members of the Mafia. These codes are designed to ensure the safety and secrecy of the organization and its members. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you need to interact with the Mafia, it is important to remember these codes and follow them closely. Doing so could save your life and keep you out of a dangerous situation. So remember, if you ever find yourself dealing with the Mafia, don't take the fifth, don't steal from the mob. Don't rat on the mob, don't go to the police, don't trust women, and above all, don't go against the family. Your life may depend on it.